Hello everybody, I think we've got about a minute before we're due to start. Welcome to Achieve Lifestyle, Egham Leisure Centre. If you're watching us live this evening, welcome. It's a very hot day, so thank you for joining me, especially if you've just done Gail's class. If you're watching on the app or on YouTube, thank you for joining us, thank you for clicking on the class. I'm going to start in just a second, so find yourself a mat, find yourself some space on the floor, and we're going to get going in just a second. Just do a quick sound check that everything's working. Get some music on. Okay, so if you'd like to find space on the mat, take yourself down into a full body stretch. We're going to begin the class this evening just laying down in a full body stretch. Find a position that's comfortable for you. You might want to close your eyes. You might want to soften your eye gaze. You may want your hands on your rib cage or by your side. And I just want you to do a quick scan of your body. Be aware of any tightness or tension that you've got anywhere along your body, in your shoulders, hands, feet, hips, lower back. How are you feeling emotionally today? Are you tired, awake, alive, happy? Just acknowledge how you're feeling, and we're going to work with it for the next half an hour. I'd like you to place one hand on your rib cage and one hand just slightly below it. And we're going to practice breathing in through our nose and out through our nose. So, we're going to inhale, hold, exhale and hold. So inhale, hold, exhale, hold. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold. In your own time, roll around onto your side and find a position that's comfortable for you. This might be with your head on your arm, this might be with your head on your hand, this might be with your arm directly out. What you need to be able to do is to lift the top arm up. So your top arm is just reaching to the sky and one shoulder is stacked on top of the other. So we're going to do a little bit of shoulder mobility. So we're going to take the arm directly forwards and touch the floor. We're not going to roll the body forwards, we're going to keep the hips stacked. And we're going to come back up. We're going to bring the arm forwards. And then we're going to bring the arm back up. And bring the hand back down to the sides. We're going to roll back onto our back. And we're going to bring the knee furthest away into our chest. We're just going to hold on to that knee, keep the other foot on the floor. Just our beginning stretches here. Fantastic. Then we're gently going to roll ourselves up to seated and come into a cross-legged or a comfortable position for you. I'm really sorry about my crazy humidity hair. Okay, bring the shoulders away from the ears, and the arm that we just worked is going to go down by your side. We're going to lean, take the arm up, take it onto the ear, and gently support our head, just feeling the stretch down the side of the neck. We're not putting too much pressure on, it's a small stretch. Fantastic. Gently come back down onto your other side, come into the other direction, and we're going to work again, lifting our arm up and taking our arm down. Now if you're in an upward position, it's going to be easier to rotate forwards, but try and keep your shoulder back. You should feel the stretch along the shoulder blade and along the top of the arm. One more time. Fantastic. And roll round onto your back. And the leg that's the furthest away. Bring the knee into the chest and just gently hug it in. So this is week number 5, and we've been working on some basic stretches if you've done the classes before. If you haven't and you're new, that's absolutely fine. You can just jump right in now. But now we're going to start thinking about some other things. So the arm that we've just worked, that one, goes down by your side. And we're going to increase that stretch just in our neck, just ever so gently. And release it off. Okay, both hands go down by our sides, and we're going to do some stretches for the waist. So we've got some modifications here. You can stay cross-legged, or if you prefer, you can bring your knees up and lift up your chest. Totally up to you. Immediately you should feel a bit of a stretch in the hamstrings and in the glutes. And we're going to take both arms in front of us, arms straight, and then down to the sides. Shoulders away from ears, and we keep the distance between our knees. If you're cross-legged, you're here. So tonight we're going to hold the stretches just a little bit longer to give us some emotional space in each stretch. Change sides. And release it off. Rotate your shoulders. And we're going to come into some hip openers. So, one leg goes behind me, one leg stays in front. Now the easier option is with your heel in your groin. To make it harder, your foot is parallel with your mat. I'm going to turn to the side so that you can see me side on. So we're going to do this in 2 stages this evening. This is stage 1, and this is as far as we're going to go in our first hip opener. So just bring your hips round to the front. Don't worry about this back leg for now. Shoulders come to the front, so you could be facing the front of the camera. And we're just going to roll our shoulders back and straighten our arms. Nice work. And then we're going to take the knee behind us and come up to kneeling and sit back into child's pose. Bring the other leg forwards, chest up, hips forward, shoulders forwards, and when you're ready, arms in front. Nice work. Bring your leg back round, kneeling position, and back into child's pose. Release it off. And come back up. Okay. So we're going to work, again, our quads, our glutes and our hip flexors. I'm going to take one foot quite away in front of me, so it's not there, it's there, okay? Now for some of you, if you've got a cushion or something near you, you might want to pop it underneath the back knee. But I'm going to make sure that I can see my toes, keep the back knee on the floor, then I'm going to lean forwards and put my hands one on either side of the foot. Lift my chest. This is called our runner's lunge. Now from here, if you want to, you can lift that back knee up and we can hold. We're not lifting our arms today, we're staying down low. Keep breathing. Drop the back knee and bring the knee back. Come back down into child's pose. We're going to come back up to kneeling. We're going to take the other foot forwards. Remember to take your toes slightly further forwards, lean it into the stretch. Knee at 90 degrees, you can still see the toes. Hands on the outside of the feet. And if you want to, lift up the back knee. Look forwards, head in line with your neck. And hold. Remember, you've got that option to take that back knee down if you want. Whatever feels comfortable for you. And release it back. Come back, sit back into your heels. Okay, come back up. This time we're going to take our foot back out in front and our leg behind us. Now you've got the option this time, you should feel a little bit more flexible. You can extend that leg all the way back if you want to. Lift up through the chest and arch. Keep breathing. And release it off. Change legs. Arch up. Keep your bottom low, your hips forward and square. Nice work. Good stuff. And release it off. Bring your feet out in front of you and take your hands and clasp them underneath your knees. Roll your shoulders, tuck your chin and round off. If this is uncomfortable for you, you might find that you just want to tuck your chin and have your hands up. Totally however you feel comfortable. We're looking for a stretch across the shoulders and along the back of the head. And release it off. Well done, nice work. Okay, we're going to come back down to laying now. And we're going to extend one foot to the ceiling. Sorry. Extend one foot to the ceiling. Now what I want you to focus on is I want you to focus on flexing your foot. That is flexed, that is pointed. Flex your foot and straighten this leg. We don't want that, and we don't want that. So flex and straighten. I don't mind where the leg is, it could be there, could be all the way back, but keep that leg straight and that foot flexed. The second we come out of flex in our foot, we stop increasing the flexibility down the back of the hamstring. So for me, that feels quite tight. So I'm going to relax my shoulders down, focus on my breathing, and focus on keeping my toe flexed towards my face. Now, I'm going to hold on to the back of my thigh, making sure my shoulders and head don't lift up. I'm going to extend the leg out and hold here. So my leg's starting to shake a little bit now. That's kind of what we want. Obviously you don't want pain, but this isn't going to feel particularly nice. So keeping my foot flexed, now I've got my right foot in the air. It doesn't matter what foot you've got, so long as you take your right hand onto your right leg or your left hand onto your left leg, put it on the inside of your thigh and keeping the foot flexed and the leg straight. We're going to drop the leg open. We're going to keep the shoulders on the floor, head and eye gaze up. And we're going to keep both bottom cheeks on the floor and we're going to keep that foot flexed and we're going to hold. Bring the foot back to centre, and this time left hand onto right thigh, and we're going to drop the foot over into the opposite direction. Unfortunately, I've set my mat up again too near to the wall. Try and keep that bottom cheek down if you can. I've got hay fever this evening, so I apologise. It keeps looking like I'm scratching my nose. I am. Come back to centre and release it off. Come back into full body stretch. Feet back on the floor. Flex your foot and extend the other foot to the ceiling. Inhale, come slightly closer and extend. Now we're going to extend the foot out to the side. Again, I can't go very far because of the wall, that's my fault. back to centre. And extend the foot into the opposite direction. And hold. Come back to centre and come into a full body stretch. Hold there. Close your eyes. Fantastic. Okay, when you're ready, roll around onto your front, and if you're comfortable doing so, lay on your front. So I'm going to place my hands by my shoulders, and I'm going to bring my elbows in, my head stays down. Turn for the first one to watch what I'm doing, but then afterwards keep your head facing forwards. I'm going to relax my bottom cheeks, my feet are slightly apart. I'm going to inhale and I'm going to lift slightly. And hold. And release it off. Come back up. Lift and hold. Now I want you to tuck your elbows in, bring your shoulders away from your ears. Keep breathing. And release it off. Okay, pop your forehead into your hands. Take your head down. Turn your head just for a second to watch what I'm doing. And I'm going to inhale. And I'm going to bring one toe back to my bottom. I'm going to keep my knee on the floor. And I'm going to squeeze. Change legs. Squeeze in. And hold. Fantastic. Okay, option now. Hands down by your sides. Head down. And bring both toes in at the same time. If this is not comfortable for you, put your head back in your hands and do one leg at a time. It's totally up to you. And release it off. Take your hands by your sides, lift back up and stretch. Back into child's pose and hold. Stay there. I want you to focus on your breathing. Feel your rib cage expand over your thighs. Come up to tabletop position with your feet hip distance apart, your hands shoulder width apart, and your head in line with your neck. You're going to inhale, arch the spine and tuck the chin, and then hold. Inhale, arch the spine up, and look up. I hope everyone's experiencing the same hair issues that I am today. And last time. Fantastic. Okay, last stretch. We're going to push away at the heel. Change legs. So this shouldn't feel like yoga, you shouldn't feel pushed too much, you should feel rejuvenated, you should feel relaxed, you should feel stretched. Everything you do is working with your body in this class. And gently come back down onto your back and into full body stretch. Okay, if you're comfortable doing so, close your eyes, soften your gaze. And we're going to have a few minutes of just gentle relaxation. Now, relaxation means something different to everybody. For some people, it means visualization. For some people, it means peace and quiet. But for the purposes of these 3 minutes, know that you're going to be undisturbed and that you're going to focus on yourself. Readdress your breathing, breathing in through your nose and holding, out through your nose and holding. Whilst you're breathing, I want you to think about the day, the week, the month, and put everything behind you just for now. If it's been a fantastic day or a not so good day, we're at where we're at. And we're going to move forward. Be kind to yourself. Treat yourself the way you would one of your closest friends. All too often we're our own biggest critic, but you've given yourself the well-deserved gift of doing some exercise this evening, whether you've done just my class, Gail's class, or something else. That's fantastic. So I want you to do a quick rescan of your body. How's it feeling in comparison to the beginning? Are there any releases in tension? Do you feel better? More stretched? When you're done, begin to move your fingers, begin to move your toes, open your eyes. And come up to seated. And when you've found yourself in a comfortable position, roll your shoulders, brace your core, take your hands out to the side, and either bring them into prayer or to give yourself a little clap. Thank you very, very much for joining me this evening. As I said, if you're watching me live, thank you for joining me on this hot evening. If you're watching this on a recorded app or on YouTube, thank you very much. Any feedback's welcome. Please take care and have a lovely evening.